Hey guys, I'll show you my Wall of Cedar. All these boards, I've done every single one of them. We tiki oiled them. This is not polyurethane, it's not clear coat. This is all tiki oil. It brought them out unbelievably. These here are going to be for our next project that we have coming up. I'm not going to show you guys yet. I'm just showing you the wood. Let me show you guys. Here's what I'm dealing with. This is what we start with. These are some gorgeous pieces of cedar. These two I'm saving because the backside has been messed up and they have these big stains on them, and I would have to sand the heck out of them. And we need pieces for trim, as you see right here on the wall. We're framing in certain pieces, so we're using the rough side for trim. The finished side, as you see they had these big marks on them from who knows what, but they were in the stack that we got. So, I mean, even though it's a gorgeous piece of wood on this side, there's nothing I can do about these, and we don't have the time or any of that, so we will flip it over and I will show you how gorgeous that is. But here they are before I tiki them. We're just using this. Let me show you guys. This Hellman's teak oil. Awesome. Guys, if you guys do cedar, that's the way to go. A lot less drying time. 2 coats. That's 2 coats on them. And that's all it is. You put one coat on, let it dry for like 5 minutes, wipe it off. Put another coat on, let that dry for 5 minutes, wipe that off, let them dry for 24 hours, and that's the sheen you get. It's like a little more than a satin finish. There are a little couple shiny spots in it, but that's where the oil's mixed in with the other oils from the cedar. And as you see, like I said, some gorgeous pieces of wood here. But you can see how dull they are before I hit them with the tiki oil. But they are awesome pieces of cedar, and I love working with this cedar. It is just amazing. Walls are up. If you guys haven't seen, go back to my other video, and it's about the floor. Yeah, my floor, my beautiful floor. But yeah, it's got to be done. So that's what I was saying. Like, we're taking the pieces and we're framing in the corners with the rough side. So yeah, windowsills in that I did, but the problem is we found out that this piece just wasn't big enough back here. So as you see, this is the piece I stained. He's gonna get another piece of this. His son has another piece that's bigger and wider focus, and I'm going to go ahead and redo again another piece like this for the windowsill, and then we're going to frame in the outer part with the cedar, which we have more of here, and then we've been doing like the corners so they sort of blend in. Yeah, it's been busy. Here's my door, guys. She's up. Yeah, let me show you guys, see if I can get back. This light is super bright, 10,000 watts. So that's why my camera's having a heck of a time adjusting to it. Yeah, but she's gorgeous. I still gotta take the tape off, but we haven't been done yet, so that'll be the last thing. Show you guys how she came out. If I can get it good enough. Yeah. It's a gray pickling stain, and it came out exactly the way he wanted it. This is what he was looking for. He wanted the green to show through, or he wanted it to be gray. Okay, yes. Guys, we're back. The boss's wife wanted me, let me know what was going on. I want to bring you guys in here. This is our little workroom that we basically built. This is what we had planned on originally, so we could put a workroom in here for him. Yeah, he's got his own little bench now. And the staircase is going to get done here eventually. This part here will get done. This here is going to be their new walkway now. There will be another door down there, which I did over here. And I want to show you guys this thing I did also. Here's the door that's going to be going down there on the other end. I will show you guys that in a second. But this one was also to match. He wanted some gray in here to add some color with all the whites and the whitewashing. So I did this door the exactly same It came out awesome. It has a beautiful glossy finish on it. This one he wanted a gloss finish, so I did that. That door has a satin finish on it. And then here's the box. Focus in, there we go. Yeah, just here, let me show you guys what it looked like before. Yeah, that's what it looked like when I started with. And as you see, I brought that grain right up out of there. It is gorgeous. He didn't like the color. It was too 80s color like before. Like you said, the original color, that's what they bought it like. And it's a very, very expensive little shadow box. This mirror right here, this is a mirror. And underneath that mirror is the front for it. It's all lead glass. That's the cover. And there's the mirror. Please don't let me break that. Yeah. That all goes inside of here. And I have something on the, I'm going to do something with this mirror. Go inside there. And then this is going inside the staircase up there. You'll see that later. Yeah. But this is what's been eating on my time, guys. I came up with, let me show you guys. This is a sample piece I did at home. He wanted me to test some wood and for the doors. So, yeah, I did it almost perfectly. This is what I originally came up with over here to match this so that I could show him what we could do. And yeah, there we go. This one isn't as dark because I stopped at the super light. I wanted to know what he wanted, and that's what he got. So this is what I do. I'm like the artist over here. I just come and do the stain, the polyurethane, the clear coating, the teaking. I did this here also. I showed you guys this before. I matched this box here up. This was a pink. Yeah, let me show you guys a picture of it. Okay, yeah. It was that pinky pickling. And it's oak. It's all solid oak. This thing is a very, very expensive bureau cabinet. She found it was an old window. And she took the windows, bought it, had the window frame taken out of it, and had them build this box for her. And it is awesome. It has glass shelves inside and a mirror on the back on the inside. It's like this now because we moved over here from the old house. And they screwed it to here for safety reasons, so it's up off the ground. It can't get kicked or moved. It's about the safest place we could find for it. But they wanted this to match because they didn't know where this was going to go. And they wanted it to match up because nothing in their house has this color. They have grays upstairs. So, yeah, I stained that also. I steel wooled the heck out of it because I couldn't strip it because of the fine work on here. It would have taken too much stress to try to sand all this and terrorize it. So I steel wooled the heck out of it. Took some 220, super light, enough to give me something for the stain to catch onto. And yeah, as you can see, it came out awesome. So yeah, guys, that's what we've been doing. And then the other door is going here in this space. This wall has to be finished here, and then the door will go up on it. A hint, some of the cedar will be going on that wall. So as you see, we have tar paper. Yeah. So, let's see here, guys, if I can do this. Every time I want to, it won't do it. Let's see if I do it this way. Does it let me? Nope. I'll just turn you guys around to me. Hi. I'm trying to get the camera to turn around, but it won't do that. Yeah, I know you guys, if I don't show my face in here, you guys don't want the video. So, the next project is this up here. I have some really amazing thing that I'm going to do to the ceiling. It's a very big ceiling. Well, yeah, it's a ceiling, but the floor joists is basically what you got now and all the wiring. And we are going to go with something like this. Is what the ceiling is going to look like. And let me show you guys what I did. You can see it. I don't know if it'll pick it up. He's extremely happy with it. There you go. It's got different, it's like a phthalo blue, and it's called deep dark blue. And as you can see slightly, you really can't, there they are, some sparkles. What I did is I did a light mist of gold over the top to give it some sparkle. So as light hits at different times, you get a different sparkle from it. I can't tell if you guys can see it through my camera. Yeah, I guess so, right there. But as the light hits it, it changes. So in different spots, it's going to have different tones to it. And then we have this foiled stuff, the vents, the drains, to work with. So, and then I have these beams that to come up with or something. There's one that runs all the way down the length. The poles we're going to do some really cool, my boss don't know about yet. I just came up with it the other day watching a couple YouTube videos. Huh, believe that. But yeah, we're gonna take these poles, and these poles are gonna get wrapped. And you guys will get to see that next, coming up, what I'm gonna do with some wood and some paint. And it's gonna probably, hopefully bring you up to, what I'm hoping for is this here will bring your eye up to here, to the, this, to the ceiling. So that's gotta come together next yet. So yeah, let me get you guys around this way. I've been busy, as you see. If you go back and look at my other video, 2 months ago, there was no walls up, no nothing yet. So right before Christmas, we got everything prepped and ready. I had the floor down. We did a lot of framing, got that stuff up. I did all the painting of all the walls. Yeah, I did all that. That's just T11. And I whitewashed it the way he wanted it. So yeah, this is all straight T11. 47 sheets that I painted, that I whitewashed and prepped and ready, and then hung them all the way around the whole place. Yeah, so that's where we're at now, so you guys know. These are our pieces that are left over. We're gonna do some experimenting with these for some other stuff, but that catches you guys up. Chris, I knew Chris Canopy would love the cedar. That was one reason I wanted to put it up for him. I know how much that boy loves cedar, and he gets to work with cedar a lot more than I ever got to. This is my first big opportunity to work this much with cedar. I love it. I see why he likes it so much. There's so much you can do with it. Chris, I don't know if you ever used teak oil on your stuff, but the birdhouses that you've got any for the inside, the teak oil would definitely be a good thing for them. I found it an accident. We wanted something to clear coat these with to bring out the color, and so I did some research, and there's not too many things that people refer to for cedar. Pretty much clear coat them or polyurethane it, and we didn't want the shiny finish. That's what we were looking for, and something that didn't have to be redone later. I didn't know how the polyurethane was going to take or how long it would last. With the oil, it can be reapplied at any time. It's 2 coats, they say, last for, I think it's like 5 years. I forgot exactly what the can said down there, but yeah, I mean, I got some other stuff I got to come test up with. I got this blue here, has to be, I did it on the 2x4 so that it would be the same surface as those. Those are just floor joists. So the floor joists are basically pine, and that's why I use the pine also, so that I could get the same effect when I go up there. That's going to be a time consuming, so you guys will get to see. I'm going to bring the camera and I'm going to set it up. I'm going to do sections at a time. I'll probably start with like this little room back here and work my way out from the room this way, and then go down. And there's another room over there, which I'll probably do that room second, and work my way out the 2 rooms, and then slowly back to the staircase there. So I have a lot of ceiling to do, guys. I mean, a lot. And I wanted you guys to be able to see what I'm going to do. There's going to be some really neat little effects that I'm going to put in. As you see, as you stand here, you can see the joists that way. There's no furniture set up yet, except for they have these day beds for their grandsons and grandchildren when they come over. So these go one in each room over here. The other one goes down there, and one goes in here. One for the boys, one for the girls. Yeah, that's how it usually works. So yeah, I'm gonna do some really amazing things up here, so that depending on where you're at and where you sit and you look up, you're gonna get different things. So yeah, I have some really great ideas I want you guys to be able to see that I'm gonna incorporate in that for him. He loves my work. Him and his wife just think I'm amazing on the things that I can do and the stuff that I do for him. He's inspirational too, because he has great ideas, and he lets me run with pretty much anything I come with him. I just give him a sample and see what they think, and we go from there. Yeah, it's enjoyable. I love working here. These are the greatest people I worked for in a long time. Let me get my butt back to work here. I gotta get these all stained. I got, let's see, a little over an hour, so I gotta get all these not stained, oiled, tiki oiled. I got these to do here. These are the last of my boards to go. Are these here and those. I'm only doing the one side. We're not doing the rough side. We're only doing the smooth side. And then I'm having to come back and do the edges. That's what I just got done doing with all of them. I had to go through and do the edges because the runoff on the edges make them look a little sloppy, drippy. So on the darker color, the lighter ones you don't notice it like that, but on the darker ones you do notice that little drip run over the edge. And the way we're putting them, you may end up seeing some of that. So I'm trying to make sure that everything is perfectly the same. So yeah. Let that focus. Okay guys, how we doing? I'll show you guys how I apply this stuff. This is the tiki oil. I'm just using a little wooden brush. I just got done doing all of them. And I realized, like, well, I guess I could show you guys. I have one hand free. So just dip the brush in, get your oil, and it's plain and simple. I mean, the first coat, you just brush it in, letting it soak in. You just apply a nice even coat and watch the wood come to life. It's unbelievable. Look at that. Look what I just did to that knot. As you see down there, it don't look like that. That's what the knot looks like before. And then it comes to life. And the whole thing is just, if you're going to use this, it's the simplest stuff. Anybody can do this. It is a little sticky. I recommend maybe wearing gloves if you don't like sticky fingers. It comes off with soap and water afterwards. It's pretty simple. But look at what it does. It just brings out the highlights of every part of the wood. And like I said, this is just one of them cheap little wooden brushes that you get to art brushes. And just like I said, just apply your first coat evenly. It does take 2 coats, but within the 5 minutes, it does get tacky after a few minutes. So what you want to do is, it says don't let it dry for more than 5 minutes. And I did that one just to see what it is. It just becomes sticky sort of and tacky. So the whole thing is just evenly spread it like so. I'm not putting a glob at a time. I'm just dipping my brush in a little bit at a time. Get the tips of the brush and paint it on. Like I said, the whole thing is just making sure you could tell right away if you miss a spot, so it ain't that hard. Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. A little paper plate, wooden brush, and go to town. And your cedar will come to life. Honestly, telling you, I've worked a lot of stuff in cedar, and my thing always was back in the day was clear coat them. You got a really good finish, you got a really good shine, it really set off your wood. But if you're not looking for that polyurethane weight and time and all that, 24 hours, they're dry like that. Your first coat goes on like this. I'll let that sit for about 5 minutes, which usually by the time you do another board, you're ready for a wipe off. And I just take an old rag and I just wipe off. Basically all you're going to do is wipe off the excess. There's small little puddles that will build up that don't soak in certain spots because of the oils that are already in the cedar. So you just apply it, wait 5 minutes, go back, wipe off the excess, and that's it. Then wait, I usually wait about within an hour, and then go back and reapply. You'll see how I dry. You'll see it to start to dry. It's really obvious. It'll go back dull again on your first coat. And then after your first coat, like I said, 15-20 minutes, half hour. It depends on the wood and how dry it is. This wood is extremely dry, so it just sucks it right up. I mean, and like I said, those pieces over there, I did them. You can see there's a couple of shiny spots, but most of it's already dried. And I did them 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. Yeah, and that'll be ready by the time I get these boards here done. Get these set up, wipe them down. I'll be going back over there to do my second coat. And then the second coat you let dry for about 5 minutes or so again. Wipe that coat off, and that's it. And then go back and do your edges. Like this, you will see, I try to put it on pretty even, pretty light, but sometimes it'll run off the edge where your brush has got a little heavy and then you get on the edge. So I've been going back and touching them up at the end, just to make sure they're finished because of what we're going to use them for. I don't want anything to stand out. But yeah, I mean, look at that, guys. Look at them knots. They're like they're on fire. And then the white strip running right along next to them really sets them off. I have some really amazing pieces here. Let me show you guys, like this one. Look at that. I mean, the patina on them is just unreal. Look at this piece here with the white stripes down each side of it. Yeah, it really makes the wood come alive, guys. So, simple. So I'll show you guys real quick on how easy it is. It don't take a rocket science to do this. Any Joe can do it. Take my word for it. This Joe's doing it, and I never did it, and I've done all of them and had no problem yet with it. It's about the easiest stuff I ever worked with. Like I said, wipe on, wipe off. Can't get any easier than that. So yeah, let me get that last part done. Here I'll show you guys how easy it is and how simple. And then I just take my little rag here. You can only use these for so long, and then they become like tack cloth. This stuff does dry. It has something in it that gives you a nice hard. I want to show you guys my other. As you can see, this rag is the one I used yesterday, and it does get hard and crunchy. So I wouldn't recommend using it too long. I do them until I can feel that you can see the difference. The color change, it filled full of it. Then I just go to another soft one, and we just wipe it off. And that's it. I just take a light, no scrubbing, no nothing, just a light buffing. And all you're doing is picking up the excess oil that's on top. Once it's soaked, after 5 minutes, it will not take any more. Then you just go through and wipe off your excess. Like I said, that board there, done. That's simple, guys. You've seen it all. I mean, the whole board, I just did it. Same thing with this one. It's already, and it adds a really smooth surface to it. It really does. It fills in all them little burrs. And if you know what cedar's like, this is the smooth side of the cedar. But at the same time, it really smooths out that surface. It's unbelievable how smooth that becomes. I mean, this tile is not even snagging. The edges are pretty decent on these, or the surfaces are pretty decent as far as smoothness. That's why we didn't do the rough side, because we wanted to do this. But yeah, you've seen, and then you get a little bit on your rag, and that's it. And then, like I said, I'll rotate this rag a couple times, grab another one when I feel that it's absorbed too much already, or enough. I want the dry feeling in my towel. I don't want to be smearing back on there with old. But there you go, guys. Look how quick that was. 7 minutes, and I did 2 boards, and look what you get. It's amazing. Like I said, your hand do get a little sticky. You can see the shininess, and yeah, I mean, it's sort of like mess with tack cloth. If you work with tack cloth, you'll see. Here you go, guys. I just see a little drip right there. See how you get the little drip on the edge? Yeah, where it runs over. So what I do is, when I'm all done with my 2 coats, I let that dry for 24 hours. Then we stand all the boards up on their sides. I go through, do both of the ends. I only put 1 coat on the ends because they're basically gonna be butted up together. So yeah, it's just to make sure that we don't have anything showing on any edges. Just so they're uniform. I don't like things to stand out. I mean, look at this board right here. This one right here. That thing has just got them white edges going down, and it is just unreal. I mean, I'm falling in love with some of these boards. I like to take them home and just keep them. But yeah, they're the boss's. He paid for them. They're his. So, but you can see what it does to them. I showed you guys these earlier. Here's what I started with. And get my other board done. I'm going to put another coat on these. Then these will dry overnight. And I'll come back tomorrow, flip them all over, do the sides. They'll go in the pile to get put up. So yeah, guys, here we go. Hope that helped anybody who wants to use it. It's Hellman's teak oil. Like I said, and it's not that bad. I think that was 12 bucks for the can. We're on our 2nd can. Yeah, I did use, I mean, all that, them, all the ones on the floor, and these. This is about, that's about a half a can left on my 2nd can from doing all of them. So yeah, it's not that bad. 20 bucks. Polyurethane's no different price-wise. You're going to pay the same amount and get the same effect, but with this, you can see you get a nice satiny finish at the end. It's not super glossy, so if that's what you want, that's what you like. It does bring a little sheen to it, but as they dry, they go back down to a satin finish. And you're catching the light. These are 10,000 watt lights, LEDs. So that's why you're seeing the brightness. My boss, when he gets light, he likes light. He got them so I could have some nice bright light to work with. So yeah. So let me get this one done, guys, and then you guys get to see the rest next. So watch the next video, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you like what you're seeing. And please share. My channel needs it. Thanks for watching. Later.